Top 5 smartest zodiac signs. Are you on the list? There are signs that are born with a special power of mind, clarity of thought, keen intuition, and the ability to see what is hidden from others. These people don't just think logically. Their intellect is a weapon. Their consciousness is a magical tool capable of changing destinies. They are the ones who belong to the secret circle of the smartest zodiac signs. Today, you will learn about the chosen 5, those who are capable of solving the most complex problems, sensing the truth beyond words, and managing information flows as if they hold the keys to the universe in their hands. And perhaps your sign will be among them. Watch this video to the end, and you will understand why only these 5 signs are called the guardians of the great mind. Subscribe to the channel right now if you want to be among those who discover the secret knowledge of the zodiac signs. And write in the comments, do you believe that your sign has this power? We are starting to reveal the secret list of the smartest zodiac signs. And there is only one question: are you on it? The first sign is Capricorn. True power lies not in strength or force, but in the ability to see what others ignore. Capricorn is a person who builds their own intellectual foundation as carefully as an architect lays each stone in a tower designed to stand for centuries. Their mind does not strive for superficial victories, but is focused on creating structures of knowledge that are tested by time and logic. Where others get carried away by emotions, Capricorns act prudently, building cause and effect relationships down to the smallest detail. The main feature of his intellect is systematicity. Capricorn is able to take disparate data that seems chaotic and assemble it into a structure, like a complex mechanism where each gear works in the right direction. His logic is infallible because it is based not on guesswork, but on analysis, statistics, and real facts. Such a person rarely makes mistakes because before drawing a conclusion, they filter information through the strict filter of critical thinking. The Capricorn mind is an indestructible tool. They do not chase brilliant ideas for the sake of effect. They strive for efficiency. In any field, from business to science, Capricorns know how to identify what is important and cut out the unnecessary. That is why such people often become strategists, leaders, and process architects. They see the underlying laws that hold systems together and can predict what will break and what will stand the test of time. But dry logic is only one side of the coin. Capricorns are also distinguished by their incredible ability to learn. They do not perceive knowledge as a passing fad. Every book, lecture, or experience becomes a brick in their internal library. With age, they become a walking encyclopedia, but not a theoretical one, rather a practical one. Their memory stores not abstract information, but working algorithms that can be applied in reality. The peculiarity of Capricorns is their combination of intelligence and endurance. Many people, despite their high intelligence, get carried away by their emotions and lose concentration. Capricorns, on the other hand, are able to focus on a task for as long as necessary without getting distracted or burned out. This is their exceptional advantage. They not only think deeply, but also see the process through to the end. When it comes to the professional sphere, Capricorns are equally strong in management and analytics. They know how to make long-term plans that seem incredible to those around them. But over time, these plans bear fruit. Their minds are designed for the long haul, not for short bursts. This is the true wisdom of Capricorn. They understand that intelligence is not about showing off their sharp mind, but about building a system that will survive for decades. That is why they are often the ones who make the final decision in the most difficult situations. Their logic is clear, even when others are confused. They know how to assess risks, weigh consequences, and choose the path that will yield maximum results with minimum losses. The culmination of their intellectual image is a figure who is trusted because they are backed by experience, discipline, and precision. Capricorns never throw words to the wind or build illusions. His mind is a tool that allows him to control not only his own destiny, but also the destinies of others. In any era, such people become symbols of reason because their knowledge and logic are not influenced by fashion or chance. Their strength lies in their ability to think in ways that others do not even dare to attempt. The second sign is Virgo. Virgo is distinguished by her ability to see details where others only notice the big picture. This quality turns her intellect into a highly accurate tool. In any field, from analyzing documents to working with people, she instantly picks up on inconsistencies, mistakes, and hidden connections. Her mind does not operate in broad strokes. It works like a surgical scalpel, capable of dissecting even the most complex situation into its constituent parts. This is why Virgo often becomes the person who finds a solution where everyone else gets stuck. A characteristic feature of Virgo is systematicity. Her thinking is structured in such a way that each action automatically forms a logical chain. She cannot tolerate chaos and strives to subordinate everything to a clear structure. This makes her intellect as productive as possible. Every task passes through a filter of analysis, calculation, and assessment of consequences. As a result, Virgo's decisions are not only correct, but also long-term. Practicality is another element that shapes the power of the mind. For Virgo, knowledge is not an abstraction, but a tool that must work. She knows how to turn theory into concrete action. If they need to master a new field, they study it down to the smallest detail and immediately apply the knowledge they have gained. This ability allows Virgos to quickly adapt to any changes and stay one step ahead. Particular attention should be paid to analytical skills. Virgo has the ability to sort through vast amounts of information and extract the most important points. This is her strategic advantage. Where most people drown in a flood of facts, Virgo puts together a clear picture that allows her to make accurate decisions. Her ability to concentrate and eliminate the unnecessary makes her one of the strongest intellectuals among all the signs. Another aspect is their attention to mistakes. Virgos are able to instantly pick up on things that others have missed. For her, this is not just nitpicking, but a natural way of thinking. She perceives imperfection as a challenge and strives to bring everything to perfection. This quality creates an effect of flawlessness, because where others are content with superficial success, Virgo finds the weak link and corrects it. Her ability to think critically cannot be overlooked. Virgo does not succumb to manipulation. She always asks questions and checks facts. For her, there are no authorities that cannot be questioned. Such independence of thought makes her truly free from external pressure. She can go against the general opinion if she sees that logic and facts are on her side. Virgos have a special gift for lifelong learning. Their minds are always active. Any new information is perceived as an opportunity to expand their horizons. They are not afraid to admit that they do not know something, and this is what makes their knowledge deeper. As a result, by the time they reach maturity, Virgos' intellect becomes a powerful tool that combines experience, observation, and the ability to innovate. Interestingly, their ability to think logically does not make them dry or unimaginative. Virgos are capable of combining precision of analysis with a creative approach. It is this combination that allows them to find unique solutions. They do not get stuck in familiar patterns, but seek new paths based on both rationality and originality. Many underestimate Virgo's strength, mistaking her calmness for passivity. But in fact, behind this outward calm lies one of the most powerful intellectual engines among all the signs. When action is needed, Virgo instantly gathers all her resources and comes up with a solution that amazes with its accuracy. Her mind is not a flash, but a constant, steady light that illuminates the way even in the most difficult situations. It is this quality that makes Virgo one of the most intelligent signs of the zodiac. Her intellect is a force that not only analyzes, but also changes the reality around her. Every step, every word, and every decision reveals what sets her apart from others: the ability to think deeply, accurately, and effectively. The third sign is Pisces. Their intelligence is often underestimated because it is hidden behind their gentleness and calmness. But it is precisely in this outward silence that the most unexpected insights are born. Pisces do not think in a linear fashion, but rather in a multi-dimensional way, connecting different layers of information, emotions, and images. Where others see only dry facts, Pisces notice connections that cannot be grasped by ordinary logic. A distinctive feature of their mind is the ability to get to the heart of the matter without lengthy deliberation. It's like an instant leap. Pisces seem to jump over dozens of logical steps and end up at the point where the truth is revealed. This type of thinking makes them masters of unconventional solutions. They see options that are not obvious and are able to find a way out where, it would seem, all paths are blocked. Pisces' intellect is a union of feelings and analysis. They do not divide the world into rational and emotional because they understand that true wisdom arises at the intersection. Their memory stores not only numbers and facts, but also nuances, details, and shades of intonation. This allows them to analyze events more deeply than others, anticipating consequences from barely noticeable signs. Pisces have a unique ability for creative thinking. Their ideas go beyond the usual, but at the same time, they know how to give these ideas a form that can be realized. Many inventors, artists, and researchers belong to this sign precisely because their minds combine inspiration and logic. They are capable of creating a new direction, discovering an unusual method, or formulating a concept that will revolutionize science or art. Their analytical potential should not be underestimated. Despite being associated with sensitivity, Pisces are skilled at working with information at a high level. They notice details that others overlook and connect them into a coherent system. The big picture is important to them, and they are able to grasp it even when the pieces of the mosaic are scattered and hidden. In practical activities, Pisces prove themselves to be excellent strategists and subtle analysts. They do not impose their authority, but their intellect is so flexible and precise that they are trusted with complex tasks. Where intuitive guesswork combined with logical calculation is needed, Pisces show themselves to be particularly brilliant. The strength of their thinking also lies in their ability to see the big picture. Pisces don't just think about today, they sense where a chosen decision will lead. This enables them to make decisions that later prove to be the most far-sighted. They don't build short combinations, but complex schemes where each link is connected to another. In communication, Pisces impress with their ability to adapt to their interlocutor and extract maximum information. Their intelligence is not aggressive, but very tenacious. They listen, analyze, draw conclusions, and then use this knowledge to take precise steps. This makes them people who can manage processes discreetly without coming to the fore. Their mind is a tool of depth. It is not designed for superficial glitter, but to penetrate phenomena and reveal their true nature. Pisces are able to recognize the truth even when chaos and disorientation reign around them. Their strength lies in their ability to connect the invisible and the obvious, to create accurate knowledge from this and to apply it in practice. The fourth sign is Libra. Libras surprise those around them with their intellect, which is based not on dry formulas, but on the ability to combine opposites. Their ability to see different sides of a situation gives them an advantage in any argument or discussion. Where others cling to one position, Libras see several options at once and are able to balance between them, finding the most advantageous solution. This makes their thinking flexible, accurate, and strategically strong. The main strength of Libras is rational diplomacy. They don't just analyze facts, they know how to weave them into a system where logic meets intuition. Libras are equally confident in the fields of negotiation, analysis, and people management because their minds always work like scales. They put the benefits on one side and the risks on the other, and never lose their balance. This is especially noticeable in their decision-making skills. Libras are able to examine a situation down to the smallest detail, calculate the consequences, and choose the option that will bring the most benefit not only to themselves, but also to those around them. This quality makes them highly sought after in teamwork. Their minds do not pull the blanket over themselves. They strive for harmony, which ultimately brings the best results. The uniqueness of Libra's intellect lies in the fact that they see connections where others think there are none. For them, any situation is a system in which every action affects the outcome. They can predict the next steps, like chess players who see the whole game. Their analysis is always backed up by a clear understanding of how one decision will change the whole picture. Libras have an exceptional gift for critically evaluating information. They cannot be misled by pretty words or superficial arguments. They will instantly sense where the weakness lies and ask a question that will expose the illusion. This ability makes them strong opponents in discussions and ideal partners in the search for truth. Libra's intelligence is not limited to logic. Their aesthetic perception of the world helps them find solutions that are not only effective, but also beautiful in form. It is important for them that the result is harmonious, and it is this feature that allows them to create not just working schemes, but ideas that inspire admiration. They combine practicality with a sense of style and form solutions that work on all levels. Their ability to manage conflicts is worth emphasizing. Libras use their intelligence to relieve tension and channel the energy of a dispute into a constructive direction. They see which words will destroy and which will build bridges. Their ability to think in terms of balance makes them experts where others only manage to create new problems. This versatility of mind helps Libras avoid extremes. They do not fall into blind maximalism or get stuck in indecision. Their intellect works as a filter, cutting out extremes and leaving the middle ground that brings maximum benefit. This is the true wisdom of Libras, the ability to maintain clarity in the most confusing circumstances. Over time, Libras's intellect becomes even more refined. Experience adds depth, and the pursuit of justice gives their decisions power. Their ability to think objectively and see the whole picture makes them people whose opinions are listened to. Their words carry weight because they are backed not only by logic, but by a holistic understanding of the essence. It is no coincidence that Libra is one of the most intelligent signs of the zodiac. Their mind is not a weapon directed against others, but a tool that creates balance and development. Their mind is flexible, precise, and always focused on finding the best solution. That is why Libras are not only able to cope with any task, but also inspire others with their approach. Fifth sign, Leo. His mind cannot be ignored because it manifests itself in every word and every action. Leo thinks in a way that impresses, not for the sake of empty glamour, but to prove his superiority in the intellectual sphere. His thinking is focused on control, management, and creating solutions that change the rules of the game. They think broadly, covering many areas at once, and at the same time, they know how to bring them together into a single center of power, where their logic becomes decisive. The main feature of Leo's intellect is strategic boldness. He is not afraid to think big, set goals that seem impossible, and find ways to achieve them. His mind works on the edge of risk. Leo is ready to calculate steps that others would consider madness, but it is precisely these steps that bring him victory. Where others hesitate, he acts, and his intellect serves as a guarantee that his steps will prove to be the right ones. Leo knows how to combine charisma and mental power. It is a rare quality when a person not only knows, but also knows how to convey knowledge in such a way that people listen to him. His intellect is not dry or detached from life. He knows how to turn facts and ideas into weapons of influence. Leo's words are not just information, but a tool of control, a way to shape opinion and guide people in the right direction. Despite all his demonstrativeness, Leo has a subtle, analytical mind. He notices details that can change the outcome of a situation and uses them at the right moment. His mind is not limited by logic or feelings. He switches flexibly between them, using each as a tool. This is where his versatility lies. He can be both a tough calculator and an inspiring leader. Leo is characterized by intellectual ambition. He is not satisfied with simple solutions. His mind seeks out challenging tasks. This makes him a natural leader in intellectual games, strategies, negotiations, and large projects. He loves to compete and prove that he can think deeper, faster, and more accurately than others. It is this quality that allows him to remain in the spotlight and earn respect, even from those who are not inclined to acknowledge the superiority of others. Leo's intellect works not only alone, but also in a team. He knows how to inspire others, involve them in the process, but always remain the brain of the team. His mind forms strategies, distributes roles, and maintains control over the situation. This ability for intellectual leadership makes him indispensable in any field where it is important to make decisions and manage people. Leo's influence on those around him is explained precisely by the power of his intellect. He gives the impression of a person who knows the answers to questions and is capable of leading others. Even if he encounters resistance, his mental energy is so great that his opponents are ultimately forced to give in. His confidence is backed not only by charisma, but also by a genuine ability to calculate consequences and propose precise steps. Leo is a combination of a powerful analyst and a charismatic leader. His intellect is not limited to specific tasks. He strives for global influence. He sees the big picture, and at the same time keeps an eye on every detail that could play a role in the overall strategy. This makes him a person whose mental abilities cannot be ignored or underestimated. Leo is always singled out as one of the most intelligent representatives of the zodiac, precisely for his ability to combine the power of thought and the power of action. His intellect is not a quiet tool for personal use, but a loud, noticeable, and dominant factor that shapes the space around him. He thinks in order to lead, win, and leave a mark, and this is what sets him apart from others.